Hello, my name is Father David Webb. I'm a Catholic priest for the Diocese of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've been ordained a priest for 6 years, coming up on 7 this May. And just want to give a little brief introduction to myself. I'm 33 years old. I was born in Garden City, Kansas. My folks moved to Oklahoma when I was 1. Born and raised here. I'm the youngest of 3. I have a sister, a brother, and I'm the baby. And a lot of people ask me, so did you always know you were going to be a priest? Born and raised Catholic, but I wasn't always sure I wanted to be a priest. When I was in high school, I had a moment of conversion where I was just convicted. One of my friends passed away, and I realized I'd kind of gone through the motions most of my life. My family had raised me in the faith, and I knew it, but did I really believe in life after death? Did I really believe that God is all good and all loving, and He knows me and loves me? And how do I reconcile pain and suffering with an all good, loving God? And I found a lot of solace in prayer and in understanding what our faith actually believes, and ask myself, do I actually believe these things? And realizing, yes, I do. And so when I was in high school, I applied to seminary, and that's when the diocese said yes, and I went off to study. I did 4 years in St. Paul, Minnesota, so I got my undergrad in philosophy. I did 4 years at St. John Vianney College Seminary up there. And then I did 4 years in Cincinnati, Ohio at Mount St. Mary's of the West. And it's really through that process that I went to seminary not knowing if I wanted to be a priest. And I went there because I applied and they said yes. And I was like, okay, good. We'll try this. We'll see where it goes. But the longer I was there, the more I realized I had insecurities. And I wasn't sure how much I really believed that God loved me. I wasn't really sure if I was worthy. I wasn't sure if I could do this thing of public ministry. Sounds daunting. And what's beautiful and wonderful is realizing, and what I realized in seminary during my journey was just that the bigger the task, the more you need to rely on the Lord to help you with it. And the more difficult it is, okay, maybe it's not something I can do on my own, but something with His grace and mercy I can. And realizing that I need to stop asking the question necessarily, what do I want to do? And whenever I start asking, what does God want me to do, rather than follow my own desires and what I want, I realize I've had more joy and fulfillment than I could have ever had. Part of my priestly ministry has been knowing and working along people who are in the service, and not so much active duty, being in the parish world, but at Christ the King, I had a few parishioners, and then serving over at the TU Newman Center, where I was a chaplain over there. I've gotten to know several servicemen and women and their spouses and their families, and it's always kind of been on my heart. And it's something that I've asked my bishop. At first, he was not very open to it, and then recently, he said he was praying about it, and he wants me to give it a shot. And I'm really excited to be pursuing this call of serving those who serve. I believe that every military person deserves God's love and mercy. And it's sad that not many of them are, the Catholics, not many of them are able to receive the sacraments because they're just not available. They're not accessible. And I would love to help fill that need. And I feel like that is something wonderful and beautiful that God is asking me to do. And so I'd like to send this quick little video introducing myself as a candidate for the chaplaincy for the U.S. military and for the Air Force specifically. And that's my name, Father David Webb. And yep, thank you. God bless. Thank you for your consideration.